Alright guys, we are lucky because we're here for Outlast history. This is probably going to be the biggest speedrun skip ever in the game because it's incredibly difficult to find any skips in this game since everything needs to be done in such a direct order. But this is in Liquidate the Union, probably one of the longest trials in the game, and even if you know exactly what you're meant to do, there's so much searching around, so this might cut down a lot of that time. Unfortunately, this is only really viable in co-op speedruns since you need another person to complete the previous parts of the trial. So I've gone ahead to demonstrate and done the first section of the decode the radios in order to showcase this glitch. So you want to come over to this balcony, which I've shown the directions to, and move your way slowly along while you're crouching until you go down a little bit like you've just seen. It'll make you go down. Look towards the umbrella and then crouch jump across. And there's going to be an invisible wall. Luckily, you can just crouch under until you come to these wooden supports. Be careful because if you fall between these, then you're going to be stuck and you'll be soft locked. So make sure to go along that wooden board and your game will deload while you're going over there since you're going out of bounds. There's going to be a lot of sections where the game will just deload, but your surroundings will still be there, so make sure you're hugging this wall even when the game deloads around you. And I'd just like to point out that this is only viable in co-op speedruns since people need to do the second section. I'd recommend doing the first section with your friend, so your one friend or your teammates will be able to do the previous sections while you make a head start on the final section of decoding the radios. So just make sure you're going along the edges as I am in the video, making sure not to fall off, or else you're going to get stuck. And coming over here, there's going to be a radio satellite that you're going to ping if you're a bit new to this, just so you know the direction you're meant to be heading later, because you'll be going out of bounds again and you won't be able to see your way as you're going through. You're going to go to the edge of the building and sprint jump across. The game will be deloaded and you're going to look towards this TV screen, which you'll always be able to see. You're going to go up the house since the roof will still be loaded in. You're going to go up until you start going down again on the decline of the roof. So stop when you start going down, you go to the peak of the roof and then head towards the marker that you placed. And you'll get sort of close. Once you're within this approximate distance, you're going to look towards the orange light. It's a lot easier to see with your night vision off, and you're just going to sprint jump down. And there you have it, you're into the third section already. There's a lot of rules to establish, so if you're in solo, you will be soft-locking yourself since there's going to be nobody to go back and do the previous sections of the trial. So you got to do this in tandem with another person or else this won't work. If the first section isn't done in the mansion, then you won't be able to see these and you won't be able to tinker with the screen. So you'll have no clue what you're doing while you're here. So it's important to know that no enemies are going to spawn while you're in this area. And you can actually go ahead and complete all of the radios without any enemies or anyone coming to disturb you, as long as your friends are doing the other radios while you're doing this. This is the only way you're going to be able to save time or make the trial just a little bit easier, since this is, for me, this is one of the most annoying trials in the whole game, to be honest with you. So I completed all the radios just to demonstrate that it is possible to do them and save time on this trial. So I've told you as much as I can about the way to do this. I'm going to be excited to see any more speedruns, co-op speedruns that come out of this, and if there's any more that could be discovered because of this, because Outlast is not one for glitches. They're very good on not letting any of those get through, and you need to complete trials in such a strict way, but it's not really possible to find any skips because of this. So that's what makes me say this is going to be the biggest skip that we ever see in Outlast, unless there's another trial which is really janky. Anyway, thank you for watching, guys. Remember to like and subscribe. I'll bring out some more Outlast content. Thank you, guys. See ya.